Hey everyone, I hope you guys all had a good weekend. I wanted to give you guys some technical analysis on Apple and Microsoft right now. Microsoft just announced, I believe, 10,000 layoffs. That is some pretty big news. Hasn't really moved the price all too much. But first of all, let's talk about Apple. Apple on the 4-hour chart here, which is normally what I've been using over the past few weeks besides the 15. You can see we're kind of in this slight uptrend here with higher highs, but it's becoming very hard for us to break out above this point. There's also a few more levels of resistance that you guys have to be aware of. That's right up here around $136.80. We just have a little bit of a peak we had from back in December. That's causing us a little bit of pain right now. I would say overall, I'm not too concerned about this one level of resistance from a horizontal perspective. I'm more of just trying to say, hey, be careful if we it's going to be hard for us to pop above this without some good news here, maybe throughout the end of the day, but we're going to have some small news event to really get us there. One of the things I've been looking for is just your basic Fibonacci extension level, and you can see we're also kind of hooked up on that as well. This has been pretty accurate so far as we've been kind of going up here, and it's been kind of annoying that we haven't been able to break out above this current orange one, but this is mostly happening in pre-market, so it's not the end of the world, right? So what I think about Apple right now is, if I go back to the daily chart, let me get out of this uptrend here, kind of zoom out a little bit more. You guys can see we've actually already managed to break out above another horizontal level right here, right about there. We've already managed to do that a few days ago, and we're really looking to get back up to the 50-week moving average, or excuse me, the 50-day moving average. I would be okay doing a short-term call on this one, probably hoping for that breakout on the 4-hour chart. You can wait for that on a 4-hour candle if you want to. But honestly, as I look at Apple, I think we could have a small move on the upside. I don't really see a good setup for this week on it, although I'm being patient. I'm really looking for Apple to really just come into contact with this over the next few days, maybe even next week if that's what it takes. And then I plan on buying some puts against it, probably 140, 135 puts, and just trading them for maybe 1 to 2 days, unless I find that I just really want to hold some type of short term put for like 10 hours, 5 hours, however long I have to hold it for, okay? Because going back over here at Apple, we really are super far away from any of these like really juicy resistance points, like way, way up here. All we're looking at right now is really just not the best setups right here. We're just kind of in this massive flag, if you will. And it's fine. We're at the lower end of this, so we might be able to move back up. But because the economy continues to get worse here with more layoffs, especially for Microsoft, it's going to make it a little bit more of a challenge. So going over to Microsoft here, because Apple, I don't really like it to play for that much this week. On the other hand, here Microsoft, which shouldn't be doing that. Maybe on the 4-hour chart look different. Yeah, the 4-hour chart showing the after hours and pre-market trading as well. So you can see over the last few days, we did have a breakout, and we've been consolidating sideways here. I do think Microsoft has an opportunity just to get back up here to 246 from where we are currently, 240. I'm much more bullish on doing a call against this one. Probably just a 245 call, play it out for maybe a day or two, and then that's pretty much it. We're not really seeing a bunch of good setups here. So if I got rid of all the technical analysis for and Microsoft, you'll see we're kind of testing out the 20. The 20 really hasn't been a big issue for us. You can see even on the weekly candles, we've been able to get above this plenty of times. It's not really been a hassle. Sometimes closing above it is the problem, but just getting above it really hasn't been an issue here. So I'm thinking that we're just going to have a short-term pop sometime here at the end of the week, and this is something I'd be much more interested in trading. 245 calls, 247 calls, hold them for about a day, maybe two max, and then it should pop enough for you to make a quick buck. I don't know exactly how the week is going to finish off here, but I'm fine with it. You can even see on the daily chart right here, we're looking at the 50-week moving, the 50-day moving average. Again, hasn't really been too much of a hassle right here. It was. That's because we had earnings, a little bit different situation here, but we don't really come up against it too often. And you can see how we've been able to get really choppy with it, if you will. So I'm hoping for that big breakout to occur, especially because we're already above the 20-day moving average. If we can just pop up here, we have that next level of resistance really around 245. And if you're buying 245 calls or 247 calls, whatever you guys are looking for, this should be a pretty easy way to make some profit here. So this is what I'm looking to trade. And if we go over here to the daily chart, you can kind of see what we were looking at a few minutes ago from that 4-hour chart. Again, just a short-term breakout, hoping for that one big pop, and maybe it goes higher than this. That's always a possibility. Maybe you guys want to look at 257 if you guys are hoping for a longer-term play. For me, short-term plays have been working out a little bit better from my own strategy. So I'm hoping for this to get to 245, 247 over the next few days, and I am just going to sell it, take my money, and run, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know Apple, I wish there was something better going on, but I think Microsoft is really the play for this week unless Apple can really just find some good news. I guess a side thing I would tell you guys as well is we've been watching some of these Tesla breakout points. The first one here and the second one here got a little choppy though in pre-market, so I really didn't want to play this with too much. I would say in the longer term, if you guys are looking for investments, again, Tesla did hit one of those support levels that we talked about. You know, you guys always see me drawing these lines like here's a support level, there's a support level, but this support level really matched with that support level, so to speak. This support level kind of matched this one, even though this one wasn't nearly as good. We've hit one of those larger ones. Tesla has another one way down here, but we're not down there yet. So I would say that Tesla might even have some more room to go before it eventually curls back down. This is just a dead cat bounce after a really nasty month, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll be putting out more videos like this every single day this week. Thanks.